Hi, my name is Karen Sliwinski. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Northeast Ohio. And today I have a very cute card to show you how to make. So I'm going to be featuring the beautiful Autumn Bundle. It can be found on page 46 of our August to December mini catalog. It's actually part of a larger suite, which is really, really pretty, called the Gilded Autumn Suite. And it has a bunch of papers and some beautiful ribbons and other things that can go with it. But today I'm only going to be featuring the stamp set and the 3 punches that go with it. So we need a base of pumpkin pie. Then I have a piece of soft suede, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then we have a piece of Whisper White, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And then we are going to need some scraps of the pumpkin pie, real red, soft suede, and crushed curry. I've already used these punches. These are really cute. You just open this up. So we have a maple leaf, an oak leaf, here, get the glare off of that, and then an acorn. So what I have done ahead of time, so that you didn't have to watch me punch everything out, is I cut out a whole bunch of these shapes. And we're going to start with our piece of Whisper White. And then what we want to do is glue these down randomly all over this page. And so if you want, you can start placing them ahead of time, but I think just go ahead and glue them down. You just want to get a variety, have them going in different directions. Now, there are stamps that coordinate with this, so if you did want to stamp them and then punch them out, you could do that, but I chose not to do that. And you're going to want some of them to hang off the edges. We're going to be trimming those in a little bit. But first, we're just going to go ahead and start sticking things down. And you've got all kinds of different colors in the different leaves. You want to get some variety. So I'm going to stick these all down. Let's see, we need another yellow over here. All right, I think we need some more red. Another acorn. So hope everybody is enjoying the little bit cooler weather. I know that I love this time of year, and my family always laughs at me because I have a kind of a rule that I do not like to turn my heat on until November 1st. So we've had some chilly mornings. I think this morning it was 39. But nope, don't have my heat on yet. So my husband always tells my kids, if you find me frozen, it's because of your mother. So anyway, I figure you can always bundle up. All right, I'm almost done here. I think we need another red one up here. And I would say we need another yellow over here. And then maybe another acorn hanging off here to the side. And maybe another red one over here. What do you think? Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. Okay, we now have everything stuck down. And what I'm going to do is turn this over, and I'm going to just trim off these edges. And then we're going to do something to add texture that you may have never thought about doing. I know many of you have used embossing folders, but you may not have ever used embossing folders over something that you've die cut or punched out and stuck down to your background. So that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to move all my scraps aside. So this is what we have as our piece. And I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut emboss machine. So here you're only going to see part of it. It's kind of big. It doesn't really fit too well in my frame. So this is a really great system. Everything is numbered. And we're going to be using a 3D embossing folder. This is called Dainty Diamonds. Lovely, lovely pattern. So in order to do a 3D embossing folder, all the instructions are right here on the plate. I'm going to move this over so you can see. So the plate says we need our base plate, we need our folder with our paper, and then we need this plate here, which is a number 4. So I'm going to take my embossing folder. I'm going to go ahead and place my piece of white paper in there. Set this on my plate. Put my gray plate on top. I'm going to have to move this a little bit so the handle doesn't get in the way of my... Oh, everything is moving here. I have my ink pads waiting to use over on the side, and I'm hitting those. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And let's get this back into position. Okay, so this is my folder with the paper in it. I'm going to take it out. Oh, got a little piece stuck to it. And look at that beautiful texture. Can you see that in the picture? Oh, it is so cool, and it goes right over and embosses all those pieces. Now you can do this with all different sized die cuts or punch shapes, whatever you choose. It works great. I've done some really big pieces, and it's just a very unexpected look. So now what we're going to do is add our glue and put this piece on our soft suede mat. So just a little tiny border. Okay, then we need our pumpkin pie. We're going to fold this in half and give that, make sure that lines up. Give that a nice crease. Use my bone folder. Okay, so that is going to get layered on top of that. Now I have a label. This is from the Painted Labels, and this is just a very simple classic look. And I'm going to pull out my soft suede ink. The sentiments in this stamp set are lovely. So this one says, "My heart is grateful for you." So I'm going to ink that up in the soft suede. And then I am just going to stamp that right there. Let it soak in a second. Oh, fabulous. All right. Then what we want to do, I'm going to close this up so I don't have any accidents with my ink. We are going to want to add a little bit of ribbon. So this is called faux suede ribbon. It is a super soft ribbon, ties really nicely, but we just want a little bit of that going around our card. And I like to put my adhesive on, I like to put my ribbon on with glue dots. It works very well with ribbons, so I'm going to just add a glue dot here. Okay, take that off. Put one on the other end. I love glue dots. They are very useful adhesive, especially when you're adding layers or little bits and pieces to things. So I'm just going to put that, say about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. It doesn't really matter where you put this. You just want to tuck that around. Make sure that it's nice and straight. Wrap it around the back. Okay. Then we are going to pop this up onto our card. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. And here I do like to put 6 of them on there because I don't want the card to sag. You probably heard me say that before. And then we'll peel off our backings. Most of the time I just throw them on the floor. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that right in the center of our card. And then we are going to add our label. Now, one of the things you want to consider when you're putting your label on is that you do have this layer of ribbon. So when you put your dimensionals on the label, make sure that you put those right at the top and bottom of the label so that your ribbon can go right in between those dimensionals. So we're going to add that. And then to add a final little touch, I have some more scraps of the main colors, and I'm going to add 2 leaves here. So I think I'm going to add a pumpkin pie and a red leaf, real red, because I'm just looking at the colors around it. So I'm going to take some real red ink, and I'm going to stamp on a scrap of real red, and I think this one should be the maple leaf. So I have this mounted. I'm going to stamp that right like so. And then in the pumpkin pie, I think I'm going to do in the same color again. That is pumpkin pie. We're just going to stamp this. As you can see, I've already stamped a bunch of my pieces on there. And then we're going to take our punch. So you can just line this right up. And I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you can just line up your pattern that you stamped and punch. It's going to go flying. And then we will get out the oak leaf. And we're going to stamp that. I think I need to trim a little bit of this. I've got too much off at an angle. All right, so let's see if this is a little bit better. And line that up. It's a little hard to see when you've got the same tone on tone. And that one flying too. So we are just going to put these on. So we just want a little bit of glue right near the bottom. And we're going to stick this here. And then this one, we're going to add glue again onto the bottom. And then put that there. And there is our card. Very, very simple to make, but boy, does it have a wow factor. So I hope you like this card and this new technique. I would love to hear your comments. Tell me which stamps that and punches or dies that you tried with this technique. And if you did like this video, please share it with other people. It really does help me grow my business. I can be found at thepowerofacard.blogspot.com. This is my host code, and I will have more details about this card on my blog so you can get all the measurements and a whole list of the supplies. Thanks for watching.